Hey troops, GeneralJSmith here with update 65. Alright, so I just want to talk about maybe a couple of things. So, yeah, I know I just said in my last update, but this coming weekend, well no, actually you may not see them this weekend, but at least this coming weekend for me, I'm going to try my hardest to do as many of these 2015 sets as is humanly possible. I was going to say I'm going to try and do them all, like I'm really going to try hard here, like I'm really going to pack them in, one after the other, you know, all that. I was going to say I'm going to do them all, but I think even if I really packed it in, that may be quite difficult, because there are a lot of here, and especially when you take into account editing and all that. Even if I didn't edit the videos, even if I just like, put them on the computer, wait for the next one, put them on the computer, when the next one, all that, that would still take a considerable amount of time, I'd say. Because the thing is, I'm going to talk about my camera for a minute. My camera is great in the way that I have a 32 gig memory card, SD card, and I've had that not just with this camera, but all other cameras I've had before. Okay, and you know, that's pretty good storage. Now, the amount of memory, or at least runtime you get in different cameras, does vary. Generally, if you put a 32 gig SD card into a low resolution, like not very good quality camera, you will get more like memory and recording time out of it. Just because obviously the less quality, the worse quality, the less space it takes up, and vice versa. Now this, I believe, visual-wise, is the best quality camera I've had. Audio-wise, it is debatable. Leave down in the comments if you think it's the best audio quality I've had. Because I will be curious to know. That is, of course, if you've seen my other cameras. They happened like probably in 2013. I think there was one in 2014. I can't remember. So yeah. But anyway, this camera though is great in the way that even though it has the best picture quality so far, you think it would then have the least storage space because it has the best quality, therefore it takes up the most space. It doesn't. This camera actually has like 5 hours and 41 minutes of memory, so nearly 6 hours, and that's just great. That's amazing, isn't it? I don't think though I've ever filled up. Because generally what I do like to conserve space on here, and obviously I do not have every video saved on my camera. So, what I do, as with every video, you know, pretty basic, I just make the video and load it to my computer. Very simple. However, that can take a time just within itself, especially the more you're uploading to the computer. And obviously, while it's going on the computer, I can't use the camera. So, like, if I was to try and review all the... Well, I couldn't do that probably. But if I were to try and fill up the entire 5 hours and 41 minutes of space with a video, just to upload it to the computer, like, not to do anything, just to put it on the computer, would take at least an hour and a half. At least. And that's an hour and a half. I can't even use the camera. I can't do anything. So I'll probably charge that time. Saying that though, it does have 5 hours. However, that's only if it's plugged in. Because funny enough, it only has 2 hours of charge. So it does run out of charge after like 2 hours. And sometimes I have run out of charge in reviews. And that's kind of awkward. But I've never run out of memory actually. I've always had extra memory. Because I've never... Yeah. So that is an issue when it comes to trying to review bulk lines. You know. And even then, obviously... I've got 48 hours, let's say. 2 days, of course. Saturday and Sunday. I'm not really doing anything, I don't think. So I'll just be here reviewing as many as I can. Now, obviously, this take maybe not half, but let's say a third of those hours, 48 hours, and say, okay, that I'm using for sleep, because I do want to actually sleep. And then say another portion, well, no, not really another portion, but like, you know, just for general rest, because I don't want to literally be building every waking second. So, yeah, I think I will be able to build with these in that time, because, you know, it wouldn't be that bad. A lot of them are just battle packs, so, yeah. But even so, to review them would take a considerable amount of time, I think. So, yeah. So, try and work that out, you know. Will I get all these done? Maybe. Will you see them all? That's very unlikely. It's very unlikely you'll see them all in the next 48 hours, because I haven't even started them yet. But, yeah, you'll probably see some. You know, you probably see a couple of battle packs, something like that. And then, yeah. But anyway, so, that's basically what I'm going to say. I mean, well, I've still got to review these two. I went out to the Lego store. Well, no, I actually told you about this when I went to Toys R Us with my Toys R Us gift card, whatchamacallit. And got this because it wasn't available at Lego. And I thought, whatever, I like this police car, so I'm going to go out and get it. So I got it. And it's pretty cool set. I don't really care much about this, and I don't really care much about Emmett, just already got him. Bad cop I don't have, however, I don't really need them now either, but I'll go in a minute. This car though, is the main reason I got it. This car and Bad Cop are the main reasons I bought it, and also the fact you can't buy it anywhere else now. It's pretty much out of stock, like a leg or whatever, so I got it from Toys R Us. So yeah, so I was a little on the fence about whether to buy this or something else, but no, I decided to get this in the end. I gotta say, that car is really cool though. I love the police sets. I said that on my dropship review, I love the police sets. They're awesome. But then, afterwards, I told you the whole story about getting the sets and the fact that I had to end up paying £20 off my VIP card, which may not sound like much, but that's the equivalent of £400 worth of Lego. Like, it would take me to buy a whole nother one of those lines to make up that £20. So I basically, spent the equivalent of that. So that annoyed me very much. So there was only £20 left on my VIP card, and I thought, I can't even be bothered to save it anymore. I just sort of lost hope. So I thought, what can I buy for £20? That, like, I want to be. I know, obviously, I have to pay in a Lego store, and the problem is with that, a lot of stuff, not necessarily new stuff, but especially old stuff, can actually be a lot cheaper on many of its sites, for example, Amazon or whatever, because Lego very rarely reduces the prices of their sets. So I wanted to get something Lego that I couldn't really get much cheaper anywhere else, just so I can get value for money, but also something I did want. I was kind of reluctant to get this because it's slightly, there isn't really much either you want, but I decided I'd get the other version of this. It is a new set, it came out in like winter 2015, and that's that. The Bad Cop car chase. I was a little reluctant to get it because you may think, hang on, that car is just the flying version of that car. It's like, but even so, and of course, Bad Cop. No, I think the facial expressions are slightly different, but they're basically exactly the same. So I don't need two. So the only reason I got that at all was because of that car. Because yes, technically that was a flying version, but that car's still cool. The motorbike and the two Robo SWAT people. What's her name? Wildstar. I've already got, so that's not a big issue. But yeah, really, that's the only reason I got it. I could have got this separately off eBay for £12. I did check. But I was like, whatever, there's nothing else I want. I would have got another Hailfire droid, because I do want to get two of those at some point. But I was like, I want to get a Lego movie set. This is probably, though, the last Lego movie set I'm going to be getting. I mean, I have ordered something from eBay, which is not full set, it's just the, I don't know what it's called, like this little big Jeep thing that goes against Wildstar and Emmett in, like, their orange bike that she constructs. Like, at the very beginning of the film, when they're running away from these guys, and Emmett goes through that house in the orange big bike thing. It's hard to explain. But they're running from and some of them are like Jeeps. Trust me, I'll show you when I get it. But yeah, so that's coming. But that'll be the last of the Lego movie sets. Not to say none of them are cool. It's just, I need to get back to Star Wars really. But yeah, review that. Go check that out, please. Up here, I've been resorting, as I've been showing you. You can't see. I don't like doing these updates at night time, because at least then, in the day, I have, obviously, sunlight. Now, I have that light, which is not 100 watts. My old one was, but then it, burst. So I use these lights for updates at night, because they do light up the entire room. Seriously, I kid you not. If I turn this one off, okay, it's pretty dark. Now, this is the only light in the entire room. Wait for it. Okay. See how the light, it's not incredibly light, but it's fairly light. You can look around the entire room. You can walk about. You can see stuff. Again, it's not too bright, being so. If I turn this off, hang on, it goes completely pitch black. Yeah, that's an example of how, the only reason there's light on this, by the way, is because I've got this little thing out above my door. But yeah, this is an example of how powerful those lights are. I'll turn it back on. Each one's 135 watts each. So yeah, that's an example of how powerful these things are. Just by turning them on, I light up the entire room. It's just ridiculous. But anyway, so yeah, so up here, you have all the sets that aren't Star Wars stuff. I've been trying to rearrange them. For example, Benny's spaceship, the dropship. There's another Lego Atlantis set there. That's a Lego Atlantis set. I think it's the HQ, which I haven't built yet. A ton of Exoforce. I kid you not, there's more behind there. It's ridiculous. There's even a Mega Bloks Halo set. I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm cheating on Lego. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Oh, and my brother. A late Christmas present. He bought me that. Oops. Creo, Star Trek. He found it funny because he loves Star Trek, and well, I'm not going to say I hate it, because I haven't actually really ever watched it, but just sort of like, on principle, I feel like I should hate it. I know a lot of Star Wars fans do like Star Trek, but it's like, I don't know, it's just this fun thing. But anyway, so, yeah, he got me this Creo Star Trek set, which I assume he thought was extremely funny. But even so, yeah, really, nothing really more to say. Just sort of updating you, telling you what's happening. Still got to review these two books. I've still got to review the Dark Side book and the new Brickmaster, as well as that polybag, and those two, and that's before I even get onto this 2015 sets. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this update. If you did, please do a like down below. Please leave down in the comments any questions. I noticed a lot of my videos aren't getting as many views right now, just because I'm uploading so frequently, and that is one of the issues of uploading too frequently, of it doesn't really give people the chance to watch stuff. But even so, they're all in some sort of playlist, so you can check those out. But yeah, probably after all this is done, after I've done all that, you know, I'll probably take a considerable amount of rest. Like, I probably won't put up any videos for like a week, maybe a bit longer. Just because. So, yeah, but a lot of stuff's happening. Okay, thank you guys for watching so much. I'll see you in another video. Next up will be, I'll probably do this on the second channel. Please go subscribe to my alternative channel. As always, it's down in the description. Yeah, I'll probably do them there. And then, of course, the next videos will be with those, but they won't be for some time, just because I'll be doing those first, but whatever. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in another video